Hello Peachies! Welcome back to Dear Peachie. In our previous video, we explored two kinds of visual beauty, low and high visual weight. High visual weight is often associated with modern sophistication. Its features possess a striking visual impact, leaving a stunning and captivating first impression. This commanding allure is particularly showcased through deeper and attention-grabbing makeup looks. However, we recognize the need to break away from vibrant colors and opt for refreshing, airy looks instead. Therefore, in today's video, we'll demonstrate a natural, everyday makeup look that beautifully complements the charm of high visual weight beauties. In today's video, we're thrilled to introduce an up-and-coming influencer, Chung from XiaoHongShu. Chung is known for her penchant for richer colors in her makeup looks. From retro smoky eyes to sun-kissed freckles, she's adept at creating a variety of captivating looks. However, there's one makeup style that truly showcases another dimension of her beauty, the natural makeup look, perfect for those with high visual beauty like hers. If you're also in search of a look like this, be sure to stick around and watch. First, Chung applies a pale pink shade concealer under her eyes to effectively conceal any dark circles. Then, to achieve the perfect skin tone match, she combines two different foundations, the Estee Lauder Aqua Brilliance Foundation and the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. After blending them together in the correct ratio, she evenly distributes the mixture across her face and gently pats it out with a cushion puff for a seamless finish. To enhance the forwardness of her facial structure, Chung applies a lighter shade concealer from Hourglass in the shade Birch to the central areas of her face. This includes under her eyes, along the T-zone, on the tip of her nose, the sides of her nostrils, and the corners of her mouth. For a natural flush, Chung selects the multi-purpose cream from Red Chamber in the shade Du Shun, which has a warm coral hue with subtle mauve undertones. She gently pats the cream onto her cheeks, extending it slightly onto her nose bridge in a horizontal motion. Next, she applies a touch of the cream to both her upper and lower eyelids using her fingertips, ensuring a harmonious color scheme throughout the entire look. To enhance the eyes, Chung begins by incorporating eyeshadow with subtle pink hues. Using a smaller blending brush, she dips into the grayish pink shade in the palette and layers it within her crease. Then, switching to a rounded head brush, she sweeps the same shade across her lower lid for added depth. Continuing the eyeshadow application, she takes the top shade and adds it along her crease to intensify the shadow further. To add a bright-eyed effect, Chung tightlines her waterline with a brown liner, starting from the inner corner and filling in any sparse spots along her lash line. Next, she opts for a warm-toned brown eyeshadow, using a flat brush to press it onto the previously lined area. This softens the appearance of the eyeliner for a more subtle look. Using the same warm brown shade, she delicately traces a slight winged liner at the outer corner of her eyes to create a lifted effect. To further enhance this lift, she extends the liner slightly into the inner corner. Continuing with the same shade, she applies it along her lower lash line and beneath her airy, blending softly to contour and widen her eyes. Since the eye makeup is subtle and light, lashes are the ideal option to enhance the eyes, especially for those with higher visual weight features. However, it's important to choose lashes with airy designs. Chung selects fishtail individual lashes for her upper lashes and fire flame-shaped individual lashes for the lower lash line. Chung has added an additional cluster at the outer corners of her eyes to achieve an elongated look. Additionally, she strategically applies her lower lashes slightly away from her actual lash line, positioning them lower at the outer end of her eye corner. This technique creates a wider-eyed effect, enhancing the overall appearance of her eyes. For her brows, Chung wants to blend Western and Korean-inspired aesthetics. She begins by lightening her brows with a brow mascara in a light brown shade. Then, using a brow pencil with a sharpened tip, she carefully traces out individual brow hairs, following the natural direction of growth. This technique helps create a more defined yet natural-looking brow. Next, she goes back to her eyeliner with a liquid liner pen to darken the winged liner. As the eyes has taken the center stage of the look, she uses a light hand for her contour around the nose tip. She fills in a U shape around her nose tip to give more dimension to the structure. Then, trace out a C shape around the groove between your nose root and eyes. A light pink blush is applied to her cheeks and nose bridge for a better complexion. Using a fan brush, Chung applies the matte highlighter from Rev Sen around her inner eye corners and lightly dusts some along the sides of her nose. To achieve a sun-kissed appearance, she takes a fine cotton tip and gently dabs it into a brown eyeshadow, then applies tiny dots around her cheeks for a natural freckled look. Before applying her lipstick, Chung fills in her lips with a lip liner to enhance their fullness and create a pouty effect. Finally, she applies a matte lipstick in a mauve-pink shade to complement the overall tones of her look, completing the makeup with a harmonious touch. This look is absolutely stunning. It exudes a model off-duty vibe that's both chic and effortlessly stylish. The combination of subtle colors and strategic placement truly highlights the beauty of high visual weight features. What do you guys think? Comment down below to let us know. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.